All right, friends and family, I'm going to try and do this video. Web 3.0 is coming, or 4.0, or whatever we're on. This is going to be the next big investment opportunity for the next 3 to 5 years, and it's starting now. And it's already begun, but it's really, really about to take off. So, a bit of background. I knew about Bitcoin years ago when it was $1 each. Today they're trading at $7,000 each. I knew it was a good idea at the time. I just couldn't convince myself to trade real dollars for fake dollars that might not take off, was the idea back then. Wish I had gotten in. Obviously, if I had bought a bunch, be a lot wealthier today, but I might not have lasted to 7,000. I started buying some Bitcoins back when prices dropped to 500. It shot up to 1,800. I acted like a trader. I sold everything and was going to buy it when it came back down, and then it just kept going up, and so I got priced out of the market. But so that opportunity is lost, but that's not the end of blockchain. You guys have probably heard about Bitcoin. You think it might be too late to get involved. More of this is coming, and in a big, big, big way. Next year, you're going to see lots of regulations from a lot of different governments, Russia, China, US, and we're going to start to see hedge funds come in. The big money is coming, and a lot of businesses are being built off of blockchain technology, not Bitcoin technology. Bitcoin is its own thing, its own currency. It's actually a bit outdated. I'm not buying any more Bitcoin unless prices come down. That's not to say it won't go up. It probably will go up because that's what people know the word. They know Bitcoin. They don't understand what blockchain is. I can't explain these things to you. It took me years to understand it. I finally wrapped my head around it, but trying to make a short video to explain it, I just can't do. But if you can look up 3 things and understand these 3 things, you will understand why this is going to be the next internet. And I'm serious about that. Number 1 is blockchain. If you go look up other videos and wrap your head around what is blockchain, what is the public ledger, and why it is so useful on networks, a decentralized network of public ledger for anything, then you will understand how useful blockchain is. If you understand what a trustless environment, second keyword, trustless environment, trustless network is, and how it is different than authoritative network or a trusted network like you have inside of enterprises, why you need a trustless environment for marketplaces, exchanges, internet, etc. That's going to help you understand this. And the third thing is smart contracts, and why Bitcoin, which doesn't use smart contracts, is not as good as Ethereum. Ethereum is going to be the next, it is the next big thing. It took me a really long time for me to understand why Ethereum is not a cryptocurrency. It is a smart contract blockchain. And a lot of businesses are going to be built on top of Ethereum, not Bitcoin. Either one of those should go up in value. But if you were going to buy anything today and you're not going to do a bunch of research, I'm doing a bunch of research because I want to get the next stuff that's going to be priced at pennies and shoot up to hundreds of dollars. But I'm also looking at buying Ethereum. Ethereum would be the thing to buy because the Web 3.0 is going to be built off of the Ethereum blockchain or things like it. That's it. I'm going to keep this video super short. I know I didn't explain what any of those things are, and it's too hard for me to get into a short video. Go watch those other videos and understand that there are a lot of ICOs today that are going to be priced at pennies and quarters and barely dollars that are going to be worth hundreds of dollars each in the future. A way to think of this is the ICO is like shares of a company, except they have actual usage. There's ways to use them. Some of them are scams. You got to be careful. Don't put all your money into just one of them. I am buying dozens of them in industries I understand, such as virtual gaming assets, gaming, computers, networks, that type of stuff. Anything that's going to replace Listen, the most important thing that I finally wrapped my head around is blockchain technology is going to disrupt entire markets. I'm talking about the New York Stock Exchange being replaced. All the different brokers that work on the New York Stock Exchange could be replaced by a better, faster, non-intermediary system built on Ethereum. Smart contracts, trustless environments, trustless networks, and blockchain. Your local planning board and all of its keeping track of ownership of land and titles and vehicles can all be replaced, and all of those jobs made redundant by proper blockchain usage. This is going to be really huge. Now, is it going to replace the New York Stock Exchange next year? Of course not. It's way too freaking big. But if you think of how internet has impacted retail over the last 10 years, blockchain is going to impact everything over the next 10 years. Invest. Pick something. Don't invest what you can't afford to lose. I never recommend that and never will recommend that. But every month, set aside as much as you can invest as you can, and I'm putting it all into cryptocurrencies, all of it. Just, this is the way to go. Crypto assets, I don't like the word cryptocurrencies because they're not all currencies. They're companies and functions that are being built on top of lots of different things, from science to government to ownership contracts to stocks, bonds, mutual funds, trading, everything. Virtual game goods, which is a billion-dollar industry as well. And I put up it's the other way. I put up a list of these top 11 Bitcoin cryptocurrencies. Again, I don't like the word cryptocurrencies, but they're called coins and tokens. So we use their term cryptocurrencies, even though they're not all currencies. But this is the market share that they have. Bitcoin is already a $120 billion business, just counting the number of Bitcoins and what Bitcoins are currently trading for, which is $7,224 each. Ethereum tokens, Ether, there's 95 million of them in circulation. They go for $331 each. The market cap of $31 billion. This is going to be much, much bigger. Much, much bigger. Just go watch all the other videos on it. But this is my shout out to friends and family. This is what I'm going to be entirely focused on for the next 1 to 3 years. Is this, in terms of investing, is this. I've already made a bunch of money on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and OMG, which isn't even on the top 11 here. And all of that is just being pumped back into this. My income is going to be pumped into this, and I'm looking at raising funds to put more into this. This is going to make billionaires, decamillionaires, $100 million accounts. I mean, and it's so cheap right now, but it's going to be very expensive very soon. Get involved. Go find this stuff out. Talk to me. Watch more videos. Whatever you got to do. Get the education. Don't go out and just buy a bunch of random stuff right now. Get the education. Start setting money aside every single paycheck, every single month, and start putting it into this. Do research and then buy. I'm putting $100, $200, $300 into each one of these ICOs, initial coin offerings, that I like, that's under $1. If it's $1 or less, I look at it. If it's an industry that I can kind of wrap my head around, I understand that there's an actual need for the service that they're going to create or provide, then I invest $100 to $300 and I move on to the next one. And I'm looking for as many, because I don't know, there's a lot of competing coins. Let me show you something. So this one, hopefully you guys can see my mouse. I don't know if you can or not. DM Market, decentralized marketplace trading in-game items globally. Selling things from inside of games, skins, weapons, etc., is a billion-dollar industry on its own, and it's something I understand, and this blockchain is going to make it faster, better, more secure, so you don't have to worry about I send the money and then somebody doesn't send the item type of deal. But there's multiples of these. Wax is another one right here. Decentralized platform operating a fully functioning virtual asset marketplace. Wax, however, has a $100 million company behind it. So this is a real company, whereas this is a startup. Real company, I just mean they've been around in the space. They're owned by OP Skins. Do your research. Anyway, these are things I understand. So I'm looking at things that are going to replace or help with video games, marketplaces. I'm looking for things that's going to replace exchanges, because the virtual currency exchanges are not that good right now and the fees are high. And exchanges in the future will also augment real stocks and real bonds. So I'm looking for the technologies that are going to do that. Anything to do with banking and currency and lending is going to be good. And anything else I just look at. I'm trying to look at all of them, but those are the three that I feel like I can understand and wrap my head around the most. and invest in and then ride the bubble. And look, I'm not saying you got to get, if it's trading at 2 cents or 25 cents and it doubles to 4 cents and 50 cents, you can sell half and now you're covered. So you can wait for it to go higher and higher and higher and you get your money back out. Some of these might crash. They'll go to zero. Okay, so don't put all your money into just one of these. Pick the ones that you like the best. Put $100, $200, $300 into it, and then go to the next one. Unless you've got more money than me, then put $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 into it and go to the next one. But just keep doing it. Keep doing the research. Keep wrapping your head around it. Keep setting money aside every month to invest in these things. Whatever you can afford. If it's $10, do $10 a month. If it's $100, do $100. If it's $1,000, do $1,000. One of the reasons I moved to Thailand is my passive income would stay the same, but my cost of living would go down, giving me more money to invest. I was going to invest in game publishing and stuff like that. I'm stopping all of that. I'm going straight to investing into cryptocurrencies, and every month I'm putting as much as I can into it, and hopefully I'm really planning to be a decamillionaire in the next 3 years. I'm serious. Get involved.